Good morning. I'm Rick Minner here to talk to you about this 1950 John Deere B. Well, you might ask what's so special about a style John Deere B tractor. They're made thousands and thousands of them. But if they have a good story, that makes it very unique. And this one, for me, has a great story. It started out, the first I knew of this tractor, Gene Allbritton had it. He lived down at Wolsey. I guess going back to the maybe early 1980s, I got to know Gene, got to know this tractor, and he worked for Eastern Airlines, and I believe he was also in the Air Force Reserve. But he was a part-time farmer, and a really good one. He always had the first corn around. He somehow or another, even on that red land down there where he lived, he could get corn up and growing early, and really good farmer for a part-timer. And he was also the president of our Fayette County Farm Bureau at a time when we were really struggling and really just trying to keep the doors open. But his leadership helped. And then when I ended up taking over, he was very supportive of me, and he'd just do anything. I remember when we built our first pole barn, Gene came down and helped me, and how in the world we got that thing built? We didn't have adequate ladders. We were using old oak lumber with trying to drive nails with just framing hammers. And I remember one of Gene's buddies from Eastern came down and helped us for a little bit, and he went to pull a nail out that he bent and broke his hammer handle off. He about fell off the ladder, and I've never seen that man again. He just had enough of us right there. But Gene stuck it with me, and just meant a lot to me over the years. Well, Gene got cancer and passed away, and Buck Morris bought the tractor. And Buck, as many of you know, if you followed us a long time, was just a creative genius, I guess is the best way to describe him. He lived right over across 92 from us, and many a night I'd go over there and just the two of us sitting on the porch in front of his shop with a ceiling fan going, and learned a lot of life lessons from him and a lot about tractors. And he could just fix anything. Even our Christmas tree trimmers got an 8-foot, basically a hedge trimmer blade, and we break those things, carry them over there, and he could weld them. And you couldn't have weld build up because the two blades had to slide close together, but Buck could weld them back and they'd last for years. Well, Buck had it and he passed away, and his nephew Frank Carden bought it. And Frank has just been a great friend of mine all our lives, really. He's a little bit older than me, but now he runs his dad's, it's a part-time deal, but he runs his dad's old garage in Wolsey, and he's like his dad. He's a great mechanic and a great neighbor and a great community leader. He's quiet, but he has a lot to do with Wolsey being a nice place to live. Well, he had it and kept it a while, and here recently, he decided to donate it to Inman Farm Heritage Days, which I was just very honored that he would entrust us with the tractor. So we're going to have it here on display from now on, and maybe someday it'll be on the program cover, because Frank's been on the cover, and Buck was on the cover at one time. So they've all, it's like I say, the three of the best friends I've ever had are all involved in this story, and I couldn't be happier to introduce y'all to this tractor, and hope y'all will all come see it in September at the 28th Annual Inman Farm Heritage Days on September 19th, 20th, and 21st. I think it likes choke, but I'm not sure. We hope y'all got as much enjoyment out of watching this video as we did out of making it. We're trying really hard to produce some videos that are worthwhile and help y'all learn about what we're doing here at Inman Farm Heritage Days. If you like it, if you don't mind, help us out, click that like button and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on the next time.